Happy Khmer New Year, and also welcome to our new topics, 10 Wholesome. In Vietnamese, we translate as 10 Việc Thiện, or we can use the words 10 Điều Thiện. In Buddhism, 10 wholesome deeds are a set of actions that promote well-being and positive karma, encompassing abstaining from harmful actions and cultivating virtues like generosity, morality, and wisdom. Important wholesome deeds include not to kill, not to steal, not to engage in sexual misconduct. The three above, as mentioned, we adjust as bodily actions or wholesome, 3 wholesome in bodily action. And number 4, not to lie, not to slander or gossip, not to use harsh or abusive language, and not to engage in frivolous talk. It includes in 4 verbal actions. And next, for number 8, not to be greedy, not to be angry or hateful, not to be foolish or hold mistaken views. The last 3 we include or we summarize in mental action. So one again, not to kill, not to steal, not to engage in sexual misconduct, not to lie, not to slander or gossip, not to use harsh or abusive language, not to engage in frivolous talk, not to be greedy, not to be angry or hateful. The last one is to engage in frivolous talk. And not to be greedy, not to be angry or hateful, not to be foolish or hold mistaken views. In Buddhism, we always mindful and awareness of our 3 doors by bodily actions, verbal actions, and mental actions. The 3 kinds of action we consider as the main 3 doors, because we, even from the early morning that we get off until we go to bed, mostly we always create our own actions. Even we talk nothing, but for mentally we also think the good or the bad, because of words. The verb citta in Pali is mean thinking. So for our mind, we always thinking, we cannot stop. We cannot stop our mind to be thinking. So we have to train and to guide ourselves to think in the good ways or in the good positive, or we can say this think in positive. And if we follow the positive thinking, it means that we are in the ways of not to be greedy, not to be angry or hateful, and not to be foolish and hold mistaken views. And the same thing for our verb bill is also have to be minds and awareness. We have to speak the truth. We have to speak to share the positive verb or the sweet words, and we also have to share with the useful informations and data to others. And for our body's actions, we also have to be minded and awareness too. The 10 wholesome days actually, when I reach over the 10 wholesome days, I realized that this 10 wholesome was developed from the 5 precepts in Buddhism. It just goes to in details by divided. Clearly, it's about 3 kinds of action, like a bodily action. We have 3 bodily action for verbal actions, and 3 mental actions. Now, come to understand one by one. It's of the 10 wholesome deeds. Not to kill is meant to refraining from taking any lives, including humans and animals. Here, if we follow this, it means that we need to cultivate our loving kindness and compassion. In mentally. Number 2 is not to steal. Abstaining from taking what is not freely given. Okay, we can this we can apply our danas, apply our givings, doing dana, share our material to others. Also, we learn how to abandon, as not to be attachment. And number 3 is not to engage in sexual misconduct, mean upholding ethical conduct in sexual matters. In Buddhism, there are many lessons to learn about this, and also have many exercise to practice. Like, you know, we have to feel enough what we have, and to be trustful in the lives of couple. As number 4 is not to lie, mean refraining from telling falsehoods or engaging in the deceitful speech. Mean that we have to speak a truth. We have to follow the step of the Buddhas. As you know, for our fathers, for the Buddha, yatha vati tathagari. For the Buddha get done exactly what he have said. And yathagari tatha vachi. For the Buddhas, he have speak exactly what he have done. Yeah, we can follow his step. And number 5 is not to slanders or gossips. Means avoid spreading harmful rumors or engaging in malicious talk. So number 6 is not to use harsh or abusive language. Mean practicing gentle and kind communication. Try to avoid any kinds of abusive language, as try to avoid taking violent by verbal speech or verbal action. Yeah. Number 7, not to engage in frivolous talk. Means avoid idle chatters or focusing on meaningful communications. Yeah. Because, you know, I don't waste your time. If you always joking, always sharing what is not a kind of accurate information, and that even you always tell a lie. Yeah, you can do it for the first time. And if you talk or you share for the second and the third, maybe no one believes in you. And if you always engage in frivolous talk, but someday you need to share, you need to inform them about the truth, no one believes too. So you have the right to talk, but it does mean that other people will believe you. So I want to share that what you talk that's not important, but the most important, there are people believe in you or not. Yeah. And fourth number is not to be greedy. Mean cultivate contentment and generosity rather than attachment to possessions. Yeah, credit is a kind of mental object. In Pali we call chittasikas. When our minds, as you know, our mind do a functions of knowing, but when our mind polluted by credit, so we become a greedy person. A greedy person is mean that, you know, they over demand. So it's not properly to do that. So as the fathers of independence of India, Mahatma Gandhi said that the properties are the source, the human source or nature's source is, it is for enough to everybody in this world to deserve to live in, but it doesn't enough for one greedy mind. It doesn't enough for greedy one. So you understand how dangerous that the greedy persons. So can be damage our world. And number 9, not to be angry or hateful. Mean practicing compassion and equanimity. Here is very important. Mean that even we face with the small or large or whatever is matter in life, we have to keep our mind cool, keep our mind calm down with the best situations. Only the states of mind filled with compassion and equanimity can empower us to know the cause of the problem or the cause of matters, and can find the proper ways to take the solutions. Yes, it's very important. One more important thing that I have observed and realized that if you wish your life to be success, even in the small or the large careers, the first thing you have to survive, that is not to be angry or hateful always. In the fields of success, for me, know the steps. I mean the footsteps of angry person. Accept one who are full of compassion and equanimity mind. Yeah. And number 10, so also the last one, is not to be foolish or hold mistaken views. Mean cultivating wisdom and right understanding. That is very important because it's a kind of wisdom. Wisdom and right understanding is the same thing. Right understandings, including right views, samadhis, both are parts of wisdom, and wisdom is the highest goal in Buddhism. For Buddhist lady as a Buddhist monk try to learn the teachings of the Buddha and try to practice. So in the terms of meditation retreats, is also try to propagate the methods of meditations as a practice to the world because of the highest goal called wisdom. And wisdom here, the Buddha's sayings in the Bali verse, like Panya lokasmi pachoto, it means wisdom is the light of the world. Sometimes we can be adjust wrong to the world and to whatever is moving towards. So, even in the past and the futures at the present, because we are like of wisdom. It means that we don't see the truth. We don't see the ultimate truth. If we try to learn and practice good enough to be cultivated the wisdom within, we will be present. We will see everything as it is. Mean that everything is moving forward by its own cause and effect, not moving forward by our adjustment, or not by our perception. Even we wish is to move like this, to move like that, but the cause and effect of the natures not follow our perception. It follows its own cause and effects. So wisdom here, if our mind endowed with wisdom, we can distinct and we can accept our realize, and we can be patient. One day, it will be our time. We will see what the Buddha speaks, what the Buddha taught are ultimate truths. Okay, the tempting, according to this 10 wholesome deaths or this 10 wholesome actions, we can call 10 wholesome karma. For the Khmer ancients or the Buddhist scholars, they divided these 10 days into 3 groups. And they also call it 3 kinds of charming. Okay, I would explain that charming here, a word charming here doesn't mean that magic or like something you have, you can display by the personal skills, but charming here is mean like the loving kindness and compassion, always make everybody love you and make everybody follow you. It's like the leadership. It's like the Dharmas or the teachings or the technique of the leadership. So if you wish to be a good leader in Buddhism, you have to be aware. You have to be aware at three main points on your body. The first main point or the first place point is at your pace. At your pace. When you get up, you have to be aware of your face or your charming is on your face. So it's regarding to your verbal speech or verbal action. So you have to follow not to lies, not to slanders or gossip, not to use harsh or abusive language, not to engage in frivolous talk. If you follow like that every day, every week, every month, and every year, you are your face is full of charming. Everyone, including angel, also love you. Are you good, attract to everyone? And in the middays, your charm is on your chest. It's on your chest. It's regarding to three. It's regarding to three mental action. Those are not to be greedy, not to be angry and hateful, not to be foolish or hold mistaken views. If your mind always cultivates, always maintains not to be greedy, not to be angry or hateful, not to be foolish or hold mistaken view. Everybody, human being, animal, angel, everybody like you, love you, and your mind can attract or powers over everyone. And at the evenings, your charming is on your foot. It's regarding to your three bodily actions. Those are not to kill, not to steal, not to engage in sexual misconduct. That is, if you follow this, your life have been protected. Your life always explore the truth to everyone. Your life also cultivates, your life have been cultivated the good deeds or the good things for yourselves. And one day you will attain the enlightenment. Why I say like this? Because the 10 wholesome days are in the group of the 8 past paths. Here is the methods to promote the generosities, Dharma in Pali, moralities, Sila in Pali, and also wisdom, Panya in Pali. For generosities, moralities, both methods, or we can call as Dhamma methods, are the levels, are the base of concentration. And the concentration is the base of wisdom. And wisdom is the base of the freedom of mind and the right wisdom. We call Ceto Vimutti and Panya Vimutti in Pali. So just follow the 10 wholesome days seriously. You can avoid from the 10 unwholesome days, which leads human beings to be reborn in the animal, the gods, and the lower realms for the next life. And just follows the 10 wholesome deeds, you can experience the good things that the Buddha taught to us. And also, you can baby steps on the right way to direct yourself or to mold yourself moving forward to nippanas, the extreme happiness. And you also become the good idol. You also become the good person in bodily, in verbal, or we can say that by bodily, verbal and mental action. Just follow like this. You like enjoy happy, prosperous, peaceful. Also, you like will become useful for yourself and others. At the end of this lesson, we call 10 wholesome days. Also, on the occasions of coming New Year's, it's my own traditionals, also Buddhist traditional Happy New Year throughout the world. I wish all of you filled with loving kindness and compassion. May all of you be well, happy, peace, and maintain yourselves on the 10 wholesome days forever. Namo Buddhaya.